Students, today we'll be seeing reading comprehension, and this is one of the major important topic in our syllabus because this carries huge marks in your exam point of view. So I want you all to be attentive in the class how we are going to develop our reading comprehension. And as you all know, reading comprehension is not new. You guys would have already done in your 10th and 12th. We'll see in depth how we can improvise or get to do in more organized manner so that we can use our time effectively and get the answers right after reading the reading comprehension. Okay, the reading process, it involves 4 steps, as you all know. The first step is called as decoding, comprehending, analysis and response. So what do you mean by decoding? Okay, we have to read the passage and we have to decode the idea what the reading comprehension actually is trying to tell. And then after decoding the entire passage, we need to comprehend. Comprehend is nothing but to understand the concept of what the reading comprehension actually consists of. Then we need to analyze. Okay, analyze the most important topics in the reading comprehension and keep in mind the overall skeletal of the reading comprehension. And finally the response. So based on these, we need to give the response of the overall understanding of our reading comprehension. So first what we do is we decode. We try to understand what this reading comprehension or the comprehension or the passage is all about, and then we try to understand in depth what this passage is all about. Then we analyze. We try to analyze the concept of the passage, and then finally we go for the response. Now, what are the 2 techniques that are required for reading comprehension? 2 major techniques that are required is called as skimming and scanning. Now let's see in depth what actually means skimming and what actually means scanning. If these 2 techniques are used perfectly well, you can manage your time well and try to answer all your questions before and you can manage your time well and give the right answers. So let's see what is skimming and what is scanning. To tell you in short, skim is to look for important information without reading the whole text. Okay, now how will you get the important information without reading the whole text? So what you do is just preview the text features. You can just read the first paragraph, first line of each paragraph. Okay, read the first sentence of each paragraph and last paragraph. Suppose the passage contains say 4 paragraphs. The first intro passage with the first line will give a clear idea what this passage is all about, and consecutively keep reading the remaining 3 passages, the first line. Okay, and you can, if time permits, thoroughly you can read the last final paragraph. That will give the conclusion of the paragraph, and try to find out like who, what, when, where, why and how. Try to answer the questions as you are going through it. It should be in one shot when you do the skimming process. Coming to the next one, the scanning process. Answer right there questions, like in the first part we were asking questions to ourselves like what is who, what, when, where, why and how. You try to answer these as you're reading or analyzing the passage. Find a keyword or number in the question, especially numeric things. There'll be many of the questions based on your numeric numbers in the passage, so keep a note of those numerics in the passage. And for any keywords, okay, and move your eyes quickly across the text until you find the keyword or number. Look for answer around the keyword. Okay, so as you're reading, you understand the overall idea, the concept, and try to focus only on the keywords and keep in mind this with the overall concept of the passage. Now we'll see in depth what actually skimming and scanning is, further more details. Okay, so skimming is done when you want to read something quickly to get a general idea, and whereas scanning is when you want to read something quickly to find a specific piece of information. And both this process will go simultaneously, keeping in view, because followed by this you'll be having questions to answer. So read the table of contents, okay, the general idea, Read the opening and closing sentence of each paragraph. That also will give you a clear idea what the passage is all about. Read headings and subheadings. These are very, very important clues which will help you out in understanding the passage. Then look for any illustrations or graphic features. Many times these are not given, but if it is there, that will be helpful for you to get a general idea. And look for, when you come to scanning, look for keywords related to your topic. Generally most of the passages will have a topic, so there itself you would have got a clear idea what the passage is all about. So further, as you're reading, also try to get the keywords. Look for bold, print and italics. So many a times during the Anna University exams, the answers or certain points or certain important words are kept in bold and italics for you to easily understand, for you easily to skim and scan during your reading process. Look for words in larger font sizes. Okay, these are very important ones. So when the passage itself is designed, you will have the important words in a little bit larger font than the regular passage. Look through bulleted information and sidebars. Many times the highlighted points or the important points will be put in bullets. So these all these things will help you out in reading or getting information of the overall passage. So when we do this process, you can manage your time well, and you can manage your time well and try to answer the questions within the time frame during your exams. So that is this will develop your speed reading techniques. From exam point of view, passage you can expect around 500 to 800 words, and you'll be having 5 multiple choice questions. And the next question, that is you'll be having 5 to 6 true or false, and the third question based on the passage you'll be having multiple choice synonyms. It can be multiple choice synonyms, it can be multiple choice one word, or it can be having multiple choice definitions. Okay, so all these can come in your exams. So start practicing, and one piece of advice is you can start practicing by reading English newspapers, any magazines or books for that matter, and keep a time frame. Say 5 to 10 minutes I'll be reading this much of passage and try to answer it. Okay, or you do your self practice on your reading and understanding and comprehending, and this will automatically help you out. A quick revise of what we saw right now. Okay, so reading process involves 4 steps. One is decoding, comprehending, analysis, response, and 2 techniques, major techniques of reading is skimming and scanning, and we saw in depth what is skimming and what is scanning. And a piece of advice is a lot of homework is required and a lot of practice is required. The more you practice, the more you can get acquainted to your reading skills, and this is very much important, especially from exam point of view, unless you manage your time well in your reading, understanding, and it comes only through practice. Okay guys, thank you.